is just weeks away, and LeBron James is focused on winning a 4th career championship. We even got the news this week that Dwight Howard will be joining LeBron in Orlando. And according to a Yahoo Sports article, this is LeBron's, quote, last best chance to win a 4th ring in his prime. So, Shannon, is this LeBron's last best chance?
No. Who said it? Because they wrote it, that make it true? No, I disagree. I vehemently disagree. I staunchly disagree. I object. You ought to be ashamed, too, for reading that article. Because I know you read it. Yeah, this is the best. No, it's not.
I got to chuckle at it.
Yeah, I know you did. But he ain't slowing down. And who's to say that we don't make a big blockbuster move this offseason?
You could.
Okay, then.
Yep.
So
you could have a big 3.
Does it look like he's slowing down to you?
Nope.
It doesn't. So guess what? And this is going to be it's going to be a trying time. They got us down in the bubble. Did you see what they feed them down there in that bubble? I told you it was like prison. Troy Daniels showed, man, that thing potluck. My grandma said, I said, Granny, what we eat today? She said, son, it's potluck. I put a bunch of stuff in a pot. You lucky it don't kill you. That's what they feed them down there. So how you go from having chefs?
I don't think it's potluck.
No. But it's close. I mean, they feed them like they go into summer camp, bag of chips and a little cup of fruit. You got guys that's making $35, $40 million. They're making $70 million, $80 million total. And chefs preparing 5-course meals 3-4 times a day. And now I got to eat out of Tupperware? They like, when? How?
Trying to keep everybody safe.
You can be out looking. I want to be fed. You can be safe or hungry. You can't be, the NBA said you can't be both. We're going to keep you safe, but you're going to go to bed hungry.
He wants to say sleek, right? He needs to keep
LeBron know how to do it. We got our chef coming. We one of the few that's going to be allowed to bring our chef into the public.
I did not hear that.
Now, don't worry about all that. See, there you go, Skip Bayless. Look, it's going to be difficult. Avery Bradley, one of our starters, is not going to be there. He's a 3-and-D guy. He can play great defense. He normally takes the best of player in certain occasions, except that last time we played the Clippers. I got him. We refused to utter his name. Trade old Benedict Arnold, but that's okay. Your day coming. That day of reckoning is coming, Skip Bayless. All this thing that you said, all the things that you've done to us, him too. That day coming. And this is not our best chance. We got plenty more chances.
I'm going to give you this much. It's probably not his last chance, but it is by far his best chance of his career to go, quote unquote, steal a championship. I told you, we just got finished watching The Last Dance. This is the fast dance to a title, and he is in position A. The basketball god said, let there be LeBron. He should be prohibitively favored to win this championship, even though he's a co-favorite, his team is, with the Eastern Conference's Milwaukee Bucks. I don't buy the Bucks. I'm sorry, they seem like regular season wonders to me.
Oh, so you don't fear the deer?
I do not fear them in the biggest series, in the biggest moments, when the money's in the push to the middle of the table.
Okay.
What happened against Kawhi Leonard's Toronto Raptors last year? The Bucks actually won the first 2 games. Then what happened? They lost 4 straight games. 4 straight? And Giannis played like he was about 6 feet 2 inches tall in those games.
Well, Skip, you saw what they did. They kept the man.
They walled him off, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at his numbers in those last 4 games, they're just pathetic. The big picture, in the second halves of those 4 last games, he was minus 27. In the fourth quarter of those 4 games, he was minus 29. He just shrank. He just shrivelled up and disappeared.
Right. Well, you got to keep him out the in order to beat them, Skip, you got to keep him out the paint.
All right,
but
fine.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah, I believe this is one of his better chances. Did he have, and when he went to those 4 finals in Cleveland, was his chances better then or better now?
Way better now.
Okay, then.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah.
Except he did have that first Golden State team down 2-1 with Game 4 in his house.
And we had no home court. And now we got no home court.
Oh, now you got no home court.
We didn't have no home court, no series either.
Well, what are you talking about? Well, all you had to do is win Game 4 in the King's house, and you're up 3-1. You don't think you could have closed that deal? I think
we didn't get it done.
Okay.
So we ain't got no. We fighting all this.
Yeah, Iggy got it done.
Whatever.
He was the MVP.
We fought very hard, Skip, this season to get home court.
Speaking of the old Cavaliers,
got
I'm looking at this Milwaukee roster, and I'm saying, where is their championship experience on this roster? Well, they got 2 players who played in finals.
Yeah. George Hill.
They got George Hill, infamously known in Cleveland for missing the second free throw. Am I right?
Yeah.
LeBron had the shot, passed it up to George Hill, who missed the second free throw, which led to JR's mental meltdown, right?
Yes.
Okay, and the other player on that team is when Kyle Korver and LeBron passed up the shot, or at least the drive, to kick it to the corner to Kyle Korver, who missed that shot. So I remember those two players in Cleveland for the wrong reasons, right?
Yeah.
Those are the only two players with finals experience on the Bucks roster. So what am I supposed to think about? Is that a big threat to them? And I told you, the biggest threat is obviously in the West. It's the Clippers. But the Clippers have had their total roster together only 12 times this year. One of those 12 was the loss to the Lakers, the third game.
But if you don't mind me asking, Skip, other than Kawhi, who on the roster on the floor that's been to the finals?
Okay, I got it. Although
Paul George?
Kawhi's got two finals.
Has Paul George been to the finals?
No.
Oh, he got a loss. He got an L on that resume, too. Don't pretend like you don't know that.
I know exactly what he has. And I told you that Kawhi and Paul George only played 32 games together. Your guy and his new co-star from New Orleans played 53 games together. The Clippers needed reps. They needed to finish out on time in sequence the regular season to figure out how to play together to beat that guy when it mattered.
Well, how are they going to do that if Kawhi playing every other day?
Well, now he will play every day.
He ain't got no choice.
You want to bet?
Got no choice.
Well, okay, but he's fresh, so they got that.
Oh,
but,
so he
but they don't have any experience. He just got 5 months off in year 17.
So did Kawhi.
5 months off. Kawhi's not in year 17.
Kawhi's body feel like he in year 20. That's why he missed 20 games last year,
okay.
11 this year thus far.
He needed experience with his new team, and he didn't get it.
And what about that 73 games he had a couple years ago off?
Yeah, well, he did.
73?
Okay, all right. Well, he quit on my Spurs. I've told you that from the start.
And you support
But
it.
he had a master plan in mind, and he executed it brilliantly. Toronto, I think I'll go to Toronto and just win the championship and the Finals MVP, and then I will jerk the rug right out from under that man.
No, Skip, it wasn't no
I will shock the world.
No, first of all, that was not a master plan. What he did is kind of the equivalent of my car breaking down side the road. I get out to look and see what's wrong with it, and then I see a bag of money in the ditch. That's what happened. Kawhi stumbled upon that plan.
Well, that's his second Finals MVP. So I look back at LeBron's competition in the finals. If we go back to 2012, his breakthrough year against the baby Thunder.
Ain't no baby.
Okay, they were baby, but they were just loaded with potential or future Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
They got KD and Russ and James Harden, right? And I look at that team, and they did have Perk, and they did have Thabo, and they did have Nick Collison, and they had Serge Ibaka. You know, Ibaka. Yeah. And they had Derek Fisher on that team. So it was a legitimate threat in the finals, and they blew out LeBron's team in game one, and then LeBron got a call in game two.
Don't do that. There you go.
Well, he did. He got a call, but that's okay. And then we look at what happened the rest of that series, and LeBron he was blessed that series because, remember, in game two, Shane Battier hit 5 threes. That's huge. You don't expect it from Shane Battier.
Why not?
And then game three, Dwayne Rosenshone, he was the star to me of game three. And then game four was the Mario Chalmers game. We're going to talk about Mario a little later in the show. But Mario, remember, he had 12 points in the fourth quarter to save LeBron's bacon. And then game five became the closeout game, shockingly. And Mike Miller hit 7 threes in the game. So, again, it was meant to be. He won the ring. God bless him. Way to go, LeBron. It's about damn time, he said after the game.
Why you do that?
Well, that's what he said.
No, I'm not about what he said.
Okay?
I'm saying, why do you do that?
I'm showing you that at least they were a legit threat in 2012. All of a sudden, I'm not sure who the legit threat is to his dominance this year. He is prohibitively favored.
No, I'm not going to let you get away with
This
that.
is the easiest path. This should be a cakewalk in Orlando.
No, I'm not going to let you get away with this. LeBron James is the only guy that has teammates. When they do what they're supposed to do, or they do what they're asked to do, they save LeBron's bacon. Everybody else has teammates that do it. That's the mark of a great team. Yada, yada, yada. But every time LeBron teammates do what so he was supposed to go out there and score 150 points and win the game by himself?
If Ray Allen lips out that shot from the corner, if he lips it out, LeBron is 2-7 in the finals.
Okay, what if Steve Kerr missed that three? What if Paxson missed that three?
They weren't do or die.
Why would it? Well, all would have happened.
Jordan would have just figured it out and finished it off.
No,
he'd say, okay, I'll just do it myself.
All I know is that Ray Allen did hit a shot. Kudos. But who took the overtime over?
My team was shot in the
Man,
heart.
they don't shot in the heart. Wow.
Shot in the heart. Lying dead on the floor.
But
they couldn't even pick themselves up psychologically.
But what about game one? You talk about LeBron James when he sat in the stands, he wouldn't even sit with his teammates.
Game one at Oakland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he sat about 4 feet away. He said, don't associate me with that bunch over there.
Coronavirus, social distance.
Oh, was it? He saw it coming. He saw it coming years ago, right?
Yep.
He's so ahead of the curve. I'm staying away.